Jaguar Nation, welcome to the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Jason Rollins, where we bring you all the exciting action of the Southern University football program. It's brought to you by the Louisiana Lottery, Coca-Cola, Auctioner Health, Tony's Seafood, Dow Chemical, Manda's Meat, Exxon Mobil, Blue Cross Blue Shield of Louisiana, and Jerry Lane Chevrolet. Welcome to the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Jason Rollins. We come to you each week bringing you all the exciting action of the Southern University football program. Of course, you can catch us about 7 times a week on TV, but you can always catch us at your convenience on our YouTube channel or on our Facebook page. Coach, jumping right into it, second home game as the head coach of the Jaguars, and I feel we let one get away. McNeese State Cowboys win 31-24. But virtually everyone in the Jaguar Nation believes we should have beaten those Cowboys.
We agree. When you have 2 evenly matched teams, it's who makes the most mistakes. And we had 2 costly turnovers on the plus side of the field and gave them momentum. And that's kind of the tale of the tape, if you will.
Coach, truly a tale of 2 halves. Going into the halftime, we're up 21-10. But in the second half, we only scored 3 points. As the kids say, what had happened?
Well, we emphasize the middle 8, which is the last 4 minutes of the first half and the first 4 minutes of the second half. So anytime you win the middle 8, you have a great chance of winning that football game. We came out after half up 21-10, a nice momentum securing drive. We had a costly turnover, and with that costly turnover, we had a 15-yard penalty that gave them the ball on the 13-yard line, which gave them life. And it snowballed.
Coach, Miles College game, we scored 41 points with Bubba McDaniel as quarterback. The questions being asked, being talked about, why not play Bubba a little bit more?
Well, Ladarius played well in that first half, and everything was going the right way. What happened with him, just in all fairness, we had some momentum-killing penalties that put us behind the sticks. And so when you have to go 2nd and 15, 3rd and 15, putting us in 3rd and long, getting us behind the sticks and off track, that tends to hurt us a little bit.
Coach, you talk about penalties, 8 penalties for 72 yards. For 3 games, that's kind of been consistent. 8, 7 penalties, 70, 80 yards. What do we have to do to fix that?
Well, they've been addressed, and it's kind of funny. After the fact, every Monday you send in the report kind of disputing some of the penalties, and then you'll get the report back and say, yeah, you're right, that wasn't a penalty. So, you get 3 or 4 of those every week, but it doesn't affect anything on a Monday.
Right, after the game, exactly. Let's jump into those first half highlights of the McNeese State Cowboys game from Saturday on the Bluff. Coach, got to tell you, it was a beautiful day out, a little warm, but saw a nice crowd of people out. Here you see McNeese. They take the opening kickoff and go 100 yards to start the scoring festival. Coach, I know you had to be scratching your head saying, what the hell happened?
Well, in that situation, we knew it's early, so we have a chance to bounce back. And as we did, we went right down the field to equalize it and balance it out.
Sure did. You see Skelton going to hit Whitfield for 9, and Skelton's going to hit McLean for 10. Ben's going to get 8 yards, and he gets 6 yards. Then you see Nelson's going to get 5 yards. And ultimately, Skelton's going to hit Tucker for a 42-yard touchdown. Fontenot makes the kick good. Score's going to end up being 7-7. And right now, A.W. Mumford Stadium is rocking. There you see the extra point, 7-7. Here you see a great sack by Davin Cotton. That young man's been playing. Here you see Skelton. He's going to hit Howard for 8. We score again. Jaguars on defense. Great sack right there by Lewis. Then you're going to see Skelton hit Washington for 23. Another great sack. They get a field goal. Great run right there, Coach.
Yes, he's a great guy. He knows how to work the underneath zones, and he's very explosive in space as well.
Here you see Skelton almost throwing an interception. Now you got to ask yourself, what did he see? Because he threw it right to the guy, Coach.
Well, they dropped a defensive lineman out, which is a guy that you normally account for in coverage, so they dropped the defensive lineman in a zone.
You saw some great pass defense right there by Tamara Smith. Great rush right there, working those corners. Another great grinding rush right there by Ben. We're back on defense. You see the defense getting scrappy, getting out to Ogeron. Great sack right there, Coach.
Yeah, Jordan Lewis, he does what he does best, rush the passer.
And there you see it. First half's going to end, as I said earlier, 21-10 Jaguars. We were looking really good. Stay with us. When we come back, we'll talk about the second half of the Southern McNeese game on the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Jason Rollins.
Our Jaguars run further, jump higher, and never stop reaching for success. From the helmets that keep players safe to the shoes that help them run fast, ExxonMobil is proud to make what the world needs to keep us all moving forward.
Meet the Picks. You've known them, you've played them, and you've loved them. Get ready for a new arrival. Pick 5 is home. That's right. Now you can enjoy a new daily pick game. Pick 5 has even more exciting features than ever before, like front pair, back pair. Plus, you can win up to $50,000. Try Pick 5 today at a retailer near you.
Where's everybody going? This game's not over. So we're not the best. Our kicker stubbed his toe on the ball, and pretty sure our mascot has his costume on backwards. But this is our team. No matter what.
During times of trouble, hope keeps us calm, and courage keeps us strong. Here in Louisiana, we know this better than most. After all, we faced hardship, but hurricanes and floods never washed away what makes us strong. It's our culture, the spirit of resilience that says rise and rise up again. We'll make it through the tough times, we always do. And Blue Cross will always be here to support you.
Welcome back to the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Jason Rollins. Coach, we're up 21-10 at the half. We're looking really good. What did you tell your team at the half?
That they're going to come out fighting. They're not going to lay down for you. So you have to match their intensity and bring it up another level and execute at a high level.
Coach, defense was playing really well early. I thought that on both the pass and the run, we were playing pretty high, and then they started gashing us with the run. Did we do something different that made them really start to have some success on the ground game?
Well, actually what happened as the game went on, you have to sub and you get a little deeper in your bench. So playing complementary football, when you go on a 16-play drive as they did, you have to sub more of those guys inside, and there's a drop-off as you go farther down in your depth chart.
Coach Davin Cotton, Tamara Smith, Chase Foster, who led the team in tackles, all had pretty good games on the defensive side of the ball. Jordan Lewis had a couple of sacks, but is something up with Lewis? He didn't seem himself.
Well, when you have all those accolades, All-American, Buck Buchanan Award winner, you're going to get the attention of the opposing team. So a lot of the protections are turned to him.
So he's getting double teamed.
He's getting doubled. He's getting chipped. So he's a focal point of each team's offense that we face.
Coach, the targeting penalty on Devon Ben, first off, he isn't that kind of kid to play dirty football, but that targeting rule seems to be really hurting college football. Was it a targeting after you guys look back at film, and was it a targeting from Ben's perspective?
It was not. You know, he's a running back by trade, so being a natural tackler is not his deal. He actually led with his shoulder, but the way it hit and when the kid's helmet comes off, you know, that's the first thing that it's going to be suspected.
Coach, you got a bevy of running backs that can really play. Craig Nelson showed what he could do on Saturday night. Why didn't you come in with Kobe Dillon and give him some more reps? It seemed like after that Miles game, it seemed like he was primed to get a couple of totes.
Well, we didn't have a lot of snaps in the second half, so that kind of limited his opportunities.
Okay.
So more snaps, we would have had an opportunity to get Kobe in the game more.
Well, there you have it from the coach. Let's jump into those second half highlights from the McNeese State game and show you exactly what happened. Here we are coming out. You see Skelton hitting Nelson. He scampers for about 20. Unfortunately, another INT. Those interceptions, not only do they kill a drive, they kill the spirit too, don't they?
Momentum killing drive, momentum killing plays, especially in the red zone.
They scores 17 to 21 at that juncture. We come back, we get the ball. You see Ben doing his thing. We punt. Great defense right there. You see them get a nice field goal. Scores 20 to 21 at this juncture. You're going to see McDaniel run for 6. Unfortunately, we had to punt. They get the ball back. A couple of great defensive plays by the Jaguars. Coach, you had some good special team play also on this Saturday night.
Well, you know, all but 2 plays. Those 2 plays are momentum-killing plays, and it doesn't allow you to flip the field when you're playing field position.
Great tackle right there, upending the rusher. Great goal line stance happening there.
You know, we actually ran 8 plays inside the 7-yard line, which was good to show pride, toughness, and defense inside. Unfortunately, they got loose and score again. This coach right here, I don't think our players realized it was a backwards pass because they didn't go for it. You know, we was watching that, and, you know, we teach every day, if any ball's on the ground, you recover it. So we just have to keep emphasizing that every day in practice. As you can see, the second half highlights play out. Jaguars end up going down 31-24 against McNeese State. And again, Coach, I feel like we let one get away, and those Cowboys went back to Lake Charles with a little bit of a gift. We agree. We absolutely agree. As you watch the film on Sundays, you know, it just makes you sick to your stomach that you allowed that to get away from you. See a couple of good plays right there from the Jaguars. That reverse was good. You see Skelton using his feet. Field goal right there. Final score, 31 McNeese, 24 Jaguars. And when we come back, we'll look at the Jerry Lane Chevrolet Players of the Week and have the player interviews on the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Jason Rollins.
Around these parts, when you think of seafood, you think Tony's Seafood. Serving Baton Rouge for over 60 years with the freshest seafood caught from Louisiana waters. You can get a variety of fresh fish, fresh and boiled crawfish, crabs, and shrimp. A deli with some of the most delicious food you'll ever taste. For your SU or LSU tailgates, holiday parties, or just because. You just can't beat the flavor or the service at Tony's Seafood. Come and see us today.
Who built the most experienced orthopedic robotic surgery team in South Louisiana? Ochsner did. Who is the official healthcare provider of the New Orleans Saints and Pelicans? We are. Who will shape the future for injury and joint treatment for our community? We will. Ochsner's innovative orthopedics and sports medicine team is dedicated to restoring every patient to a life free of pain so they can enjoy the activities they value most. Ochsner Health, innovating healthcare.
You can't smell it, but you can almost taste it. And whether it's for a family get-together or a game day feast, having Manda in the mix always sounds good. For 3 generations, their quality meats and original seasonings have made Manda a Louisiana legend and made their family sausage Louisiana's family sausage. Manda Fine Meats, the flavor says it all.
I think Southern gave me the tools to be successful in the future. Going through those courses really helped me and trained my brain to look at things from outside of the box and be more creative. After graduating from Southern, I started working at Dow. I've had great success, great experiences here, and I am a Dow employee through and through.
Welcome back to the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Jason Rollins, where each week we bring you all the highlighted action of the Southern University football program. Of course, each week in this segment, we'll have the Jerry Lane Chevrolet Players of the Week. Coach, who are our Jerry Lane Players of the Week on offense, defense, and special teams?
Offensively, Ethan Howard is our Offensive Player of the Week. Defensively, Chase Foster. And our special teams is Cardell Caldwell.
All those are good choices, and it just so happened, Coach, that's who we talked to after the game. Joe Dupree caught up with Chase Foster and Ethan Howard, and he filed this report.
Well, Todd, we're here with Chase Foster, a very disappointing night on the Bluff. However, Chase, you had a very good game. You had altogether 8 tackles. As we looked at what happened the first half going into the second half, tell us the difference of play and style and what occurred.
I feel like we didn't do as much as we did in the first half. The second half wasn't as bad as the first, wasn't as good as the first, but it's details, little things that we could have worked on and did better.
Okay. Another question I have, Chase, looking at us stopping the run, how do we improve on stopping the run as we move forward in playing the SWAC?
We just have to go back, look at film, see what guys messed up and see what guys is not doing their assignments, and everybody just have to do that 111. Once we do that, we'll be on top.
We're here with Ethan Howard. Rough night on the Bluff. Lost to McNeese, but listen, you had some good stats. You were 3 for 5, 10 yards per catch, 1 touchdown. Your longest was 42 yards. Let's talk about that. How did it look out there tonight?
Well, we looked good coming out in the first half. We were up, and I think it was 21-10. But, the second half we came out kind of sluggish, and they capitalized on that.
Glad you brought that up, Ethan. What do we do to generate more points where we can come out with the win as we move forward?
Well, offense first, we have to be able to drive down the field and score, because we started off the half 4 3 and out. So we on those 3 and outs we got to score on them, and defense got to hold us up. So it worked both ways, and we just gotta execute better.
Well, thank you for that one, Ethan. We look forward to the next game. Todd, you heard it here on the Jaguar Football Show.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Chase. And thank you, Ethan. Coach, got to give Ethan Howard his props. He's an exciting young player. Could be in your system for a while. And Chase Foster also is an exciting player.
We're just happy for both of them. Very good, hard-working young men.
Coach, lots of work to do, lots of decisions to make. What does Coach Rollins feel are our most pressing issues after the game against McNeese?
First, just correcting the turnover problem. So we can't turn the ball over and clean up some things on special teams. And we went back to work on Sunday, and we're ready.
Coach, not only were you playing against your alma mater, but you're also playing against your old boss, Frank Wilson. You guys coached together at University of Texas San Antonio. Tell us, did you get a chance to speak with him after the game? And if you did, what did y'all talk about?
We did, and we both wished each other good luck for the rest of the season.
Okay. That's it?
That's it.
Bye. Yeah. Get on out of here.
Get out of here.
All right. Well, cool. Coach, when we come back, we're going to look at our next game. We actually play Mississippi Valley this coming Sunday in Jackson, Mississippi. And you heard me right. You don't have to rewind this tape. We play the Mississippi Valley Delta Devils, not in Itta, in Jackson, and not on a Saturday, but a Sunday. And we'll tell you all about it when we come back on the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Jason Rollins.
Our Jaguars run further, jump higher, and never stop reaching for success. From the helmets that keep players safe to the shoes that help them run fast, ExxonMobil is proud to make what the world needs to keep us all moving forward.
When morning came to Louisiana, we were hopeful, not hibernating. We were mending fences, feeding neighbors, and holding our kids. When morning came to Louisiana, we were wide awake, planting seeds for next year's crops. We were stronger, ready for what's next. And together, as we build anew, Blue Cross stands ready to support you.
Meet the Picks. You've known them, you've played them, and you've loved them. Get ready for a new arrival. Pick 5 is home. That's right. Now you can enjoy a new daily pick game. Pick 5 has even more exciting features than ever before, like front pair, back pair. Plus, you can win up to $50,000. Try Pick 5 today at a retailer near you.
Where's everybody going? This game's not over, so we're not the best. Our kicker stubbed his toe on the ball, and pretty sure our mascot has his costume on backwards. But this is our team. No matter what.
We now turn our attention to the next game for the Jaguars, in which we play the Mississippi Valley Delta Devils, not in the Delta, but in Jackson on this weekend, and not on a Saturday, as I said earlier, but a Sunday. Coach, the promotion is called a Soul-Filled Weekend. Jackson plays Saturday, we play Sunday against Valley. Gotta ask you, how do you feel about playing Valley in Jackson versus Itta, and how do you feel about playing on a Sunday at 3 versus a Saturday?
Well, it's a good thing for us. We're just excited to have another opportunity and excited to get into conference play. So it doesn't matter where we play it. We're just happy to have an opportunity to get on the field again.
First SWAC game of the season, Coach. We have not played Valley since 2016, about 5 seasons. And, of course, from Todd Sterling's perspective, I like playing Valley because we usually beat Valley. So that's usually a win in the column for Southern. So I'm glad we got them back. They lost their game this past weekend to Stephen F. Austin, 58-13. What do we know about the Delta Devils this year, Coach? What do they like to do on offense and defense?
Well, they are a spread offense. They like to spread to get the ball down the field. They have a really good running back, Caleb Johnson, at preseason All-SWAC. In the first few games, they held out 4 starters, so they're going to be fully loaded when the Jags get ready to play them.
Coach, again, challenging for the fan base, you know, a Sunday game versus a Saturday game. Got to get up there, get back. What did you say when you first heard a Sunday game?
Well, it's good. You put the Saints aside, put the Cowboys aside, and support the Jags.
Coach said, let that NFL alone and come support your Jaguars. When we come back, we're going to wrap up this week's edition of the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Jason Rollins.
I've always been a person that was very interested in learning how things worked. I got introduced to engineering from Southern University in Baton Rouge, and I think Dow and Southern really helps that as a woman in engineering. Coming to Dow, I just feel like I'm doing so much with my degree. It's just gonna take me so many places. The company is so wide and so expansive, you can go anywhere, you can do anything.
Around these parts, when you think of seafood, you think Tony's Seafood. Serving Baton Rouge for over 60 years with the freshest seafood caught from Louisiana waters. You can get a variety of fresh fish, fresh and boiled crawfish, crabs, and shrimp. A deli with some of the most delicious food you'll ever taste. For your SU or LSU tailgates, holiday parties, or just because. You just can't beat the flavor or the service at Tony's Seafood. Come and see us today.
Who built the most experienced orthopedic robotic surgery team in South Louisiana? Ochsner did. Who is the official healthcare provider of the New Orleans Saints and Pelicans? We are. Who will shape the future for injury and joint treatment for our community? We will. Ochsner's innovative orthopedics and sports medicine team is dedicated to restoring every patient to a life free of pain so they can enjoy the activities they value most. Ochsner Health. Innovating healthcare.
You can't smell it, but you can almost taste it. And whether it's for a family get-together or a game day feast, having Manda in the mix always sounds good. For 3 generations, their quality meats and original seasonings have made Manda a Louisiana legend and made their family sausage Louisiana's family sausage. Manda Fine Meats, the flavor says it all.
Welcome back to the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Jason Rollins. Of course, as we wrap up this week's edition of the show, we want to tell you, you can catch this show about 7 times a week on TV. You can catch it on YouTube, and you can catch it on the Facebook channel at your leisure. We definitely want to invite you to get some tickets, come up to the Soul-Filled weekend, and support the Jaguars, not on Saturday, but on Sunday at Mississippi Memorial Stadium against the Mississippi Valley Delta Devils. We also want to ask you to wear your mask and remember all the COVID protocols that are happening. We don't want anybody getting sick trying to watch a football game. Last thing, be careful on that highway if you do go to the game. All right? Here we go, Coach. Go Jags!